Okay, good evening. It is December 10th, 2025. This is Debbie Davis. Okay, so in light of all these things that are coming out in with in our state about Ilan Omar and her district, and Tim Walz, and I thought it was I wanted to share a few more things that happened to me personally that happened in her district, that just kind of confirm how dangerous she is. How dangerous she is. I mean, she is extremely dangerous. Okay, so these are things that I've talked about, but I never clarified in that they were in her district. So I'm just going to clarify some of the things that happened and just remind people that these things happened in her district. So I told about the story of John's mother, who died at this M Health hospital. Okay, and that was in Edina, Minnesota, and okay, and that was in her district, and I just wanted to remind people that he had tried to contact the chief of police in Edina, Minnesota, because this is involving the police. In this video that I'm doing today, a lot of police incidences and that's why I believe that police are being used for political targeting, and I believe they're involved in a lot of the scams and the fraud. They must be, because they seem to be part of. Well, they're either part of it or they're negligent. They're certainly not doing their job. So so anyway, John was, like I said, he was illegally removed from that hospital, and he had contacted the chief of police in Edina, Minnesota, which is her district, and I think he even showed the paperwork to him, that he was the real power of attorney, and he did nothing to try to assist him in any way, to get him back in the hospital so he could, so she could get care. So literally refused to help him. So literally, I feel like he needs to be, and his mother ended up being killed there. What we're finding out now is, what they're using is kind of like what they were using during COVID. It's this one drug called remdesivir. It was supposed to be a treatment for COVID or something, but what they're finding is that it's killing people. And so, that's the other part that we're finding now. I believe she was giving something called remdesivir. Okay, and that has been a part of killing other people in hospitals. Okay, yeah. Okay, they said there's some nurses that are saying that COVID treatment remdesivir is actually lethal, and I believe that's what John's mother was given. Okay, and it killed her. Okay, John was trying to get back there. He tried to get the chief of police involved to assist, and he refused to help in any way. So I feel that he needs to be charged with either murder or in as an accomplice to murder. Why wouldn't, and I feel like those security guards there at that hospital need to be charged with accomplices. She was murdered there. She was given something that shut down her breathing completely, and so we don't know exactly what it was. We believe it was remdesivir, but I think it was something else. They told him it was some other pain medication, but it completely shut down her breathing, and she was already, the whole reason why she went in there is because she was having breathing problems. So it certainly wasn't a normal hospital situation. Okay. Then I showed, I had multiple videos of the police just stalking me in her district. I have multiple videos on my channel. So this is from, this was the Richfield police stalking me. This was when I was there. I was there for about 5 months, I think, helping John, just helping assist him after his mother passed, helping him with some family matters, and helping just watch the house. I wasn't doing anything illegal in any way. I had full permission to be there. I had been friends with John since I was 16. Okay, this was another police stalking, Richfield police stalking. This is Omar's district. Okay, this was another day. I just documented it on my channel. The third one in a day. Okay. Then there was unmarked police stalking one day. I got this on there.
This morning we got an unmarked.
This was about 10 months ago.
Mason
Yes, unmarked. This was Richfield. Okay, this is her district.
Just sitting in parking lots, just stalking.
Okay, they were sitting in a parking lot stalking me at that time. Okay, then I just uploaded this one here that I don't believe I ever showed. So I just uploaded this one today. Okay, this was the one, so this was, okay, I think it's just in my shorts. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is, this is in Richfield, Minnesota. I was,
I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to tell you my name.
I never told the story of exactly what happened here. Okay, John's mother had passed. He's traumatized. He had been a caretaker for years, and so he needed to take a break. So he asked me to just take care of the house, and he had to go just do a few errands and check on some other things, And he doesn't have a cell phone, so I didn't know how to get a hold of him, and I have no idea. They said that somebody did a kind of a welfare check for John to try to make sure he was okay. So I go to the door, and I said, he's not here, and I don't have any way of getting a hold of him. He doesn't have a cell phone. I tried to be nice to them. Then I even showed him, I showed them the email from just 2 days prior, to let them know he was alive. I'm his friend. This is the email that I got from him. And they tried to act like I was some kind of criminal in the house, and I had full permission to be there. Okay, they didn't have a warrant of any kind. They forced their way in. Without a warrant.
I'm uploading this video. Leave.
They forced their way in without a warrant. This is Richfield, Minnesota. They put me in the police car like I was some kind of criminal while they went through the house. And I was like, I can't even believe this is happening.
He's disabled. And I have permission.
Okay, so they ended up forcing their way into the house illegally. They handcuffed me and put me in the cop car like I was some kind of criminal for helping take care of my friend. I had audio. I had permission from him on an audio that I had permission to be there. I had an email, and they still forced their way in like I was some kind of criminal at the house. And here I am, a family friend, assisting him after a very traumatizing event. And they acted like I was some kind of criminal. This is criminal what happened to me there. This is criminal what the Richfield police did to me there. Acted like I was a criminal for helping help a friend. There was no reason for the welfare check. He's a grown man. Nobody, he has a right to leave without having to tell anybody where he's going. It's certainly not the police. He doesn't have to, what are you, his father? Like, he didn't have to tell you anything. He was traumatized. He needed a break, and he had to get away and check on some things. And I wasn't, I wasn't doing anything wrong in any way. So that was absolutely criminal what happened there. And plus, he was disabled as well. So I was there helping him because he had slipped on and fell on the ice while he was trying to take care of his elderly mother. he was disabled. So I was helping him because he was disabled because he had slipped and fallen, and then plus I was helping him after his death, his mother's death, and they acted like I was some kind of criminal. It was absolutely horrifying the way I was treated. Okay, this is her district. It's just they're just terrifying. The police have just become so terrifying, and the latest thing that's happening now is, so I just want to warn people, I want to warn other veterans, okay, there's the latest thing that they're trying to do, especially in this district, in her district, is there anybody that talks, any veteran that talks out about Omar or Walls or something, they're noticing that there's police stalking and different things like that going on near them. I believe they're attempting to arrest certain veterans, for mental health reasons. Okay, this is the latest scam they seem to be trying. Okay, I myself have been a disabled veteran for 12 years. My condition has always been the same. I was diagnosed with PTSD and anxiety. Okay, it's never changed. I don't have any new diagnoses. I don't have any new things going on. And I'm not a threat to myself or anybody else. So there is no reason for anybody to think that I would need to be have any kind of mental health issues. There's never been a new concern going on here. But this seems to be like the thing that they seem to be trying with other veterans, right now. This is really scary. Her district is terrifying. Okay. There is, if they're going to start locking up veterans, you got 15% of the entire America of veterans that have PTSD. You got 8% of the entire population of veterans that have anxiety. So I'm sorry, if you're going to start locking up veterans that have just PTSD and anxiety, you got about 200,000 veterans to lock up. This is how crazy it's getting right now. This is how crazy Minnesota is getting right now. I want to warn other veterans that this is an agenda that seems to be going on right now. And it's terrifying. Okay. And then somebody sent me this. It just, to me, it just seems like the cops have become really, really made it pretty clear that they don't seem like real cops anymore. They don't seem like they're there to serve. They seem like they're only there to serve as political targeting, or to me it seems like 100% it's fully whistleblower. I can prove on my channel that I've been absolutely 100% targeted as a whistleblower. They're involved in whistleblower retaliation. Okay, so so somebody sent me this, and it's like all these, it's almost every single state. Their crest on their patch has a Freemason crest on it. That symbol. It's the compass and cross compass thing, and it's on almost every single patch of every single police in the entire nation. It's the state police. This is the Wisconsin, North Dakota, Wyoming. They all have. It's almost every single police in the entire nation has some kind of a Masonic symbol on it now. So that means that they're all part of a secret society. Okay, so I don't know. It seems that they're all becoming just secret societies that work for Big Brother. A brother that works for, instead of public servants. So to me, this is a national emergency when we have like a secret society that has infiltrated our police force, and I don't know if any of them can be trusted as real public servants anymore. That seems to be a national emergency. That seems to me that would be a national emergency, and that is what it seems to be. I haven't had any. I don't know if I personally have ever had any kind of a positive experience with the police. Maybe some people have, but it's always been some kind of a negative experience for me, and it's just gotten worse every year. To me, this is a real problem in our country, and I think it needs to be really taken seriously. Okay, so I just wanted to warn other veterans of what's going on in Minnesota with this, what I believe they might be attempting to do with veterans. Okay. And watch out for this latest scam they're trying to do. They can't, you know, nobody can, you know, unless you're a threat to yourself or somebody else or have some kind of new thing going on, nobody can just be like, oh, let's just start locking them up. You know, I mean, it's just absolutely insane. It's total insanity.